How was social Darwinism used to justify colonialism and capitalism? Imagine a world where the strongest are deemed the most deserving and the weak are left to fend for themselves. This is essentially what social Darwinism promoted, and it had a significant impact on how colonialism and capitalism were justified. Social Darwinism took the biological concept of survival of the fittest and applied it to society. This meant that those who were wealthy and powerful were seen as the fittest, while the poor and weak were considered unfit. This idea was used to justify imperialist and colonialist policies, suggesting that it was natural for stronger, supposedly superior cultures to dominate weaker ones. In the context of colonialism, social Darwinism was used to rationalize the exploitation and subjugation of indigenous peoples. It was believed that the colonizers were biologically and culturally superior, and therefore it was their right to impose their rule over the colonized. This ideology supported the notion that the strong had a natural right to dominate the weak. When it came to capitalism, social Darwinism was a perfect fit for laissez-faire economics. Proponents like Herbert Spencer and William Graham Sumner argued that the market should be left to regulate itself, with no government intervention. This meant that the strong and efficient would thrive, while the weak would perish. Millionaires like Andrew Carnegie and John D. Rockefeller were seen as the fittest individuals in society, and their wealth was a sign of their superiority. The Supreme Court in the U.S. even supported this ideology by ruling against laws that aimed to regulate working conditions, wages, and child labor. The idea was that any interference with the natural order of competition would hinder progress. Social Darwinism also glorified free enterprise and the virtues of self-reliance, thrift, and industry. It was seen as a natural law that the strong would survive and the weak would be eliminated, which justified the ruthless business practices of the robber barons. In summary, social Darwinism provided a philosophical basis for the harsh realities of colonialism and capitalism, making it seem natural and justifiable that the strong should dominate the weak. This ideology had far-reaching consequences, influencing policies and practices that affected millions of people.